Welcome to Lessons in Common Sense and Calendars. Alright, so let's talk about what everyone's talking about, the DPC, and how some of the big teams took a break after TI this year and now are suddenly playing through or already eliminated from open qualifiers. Now there's a lot of people, we'll go with Twitter because that's what I woke up to this morning, who seem to think that it's lazy of players to take a whole month off after TI. Gasp! Let's take a little look at, say, Team Secret's schedule from the 2018-2019 DPC season. Okay, so that's what this calendar is. Now, they played in every single major. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna cross off everything that is a major. Okay. There, that's not so bad. Blue's all the majors. Yeah, they're not missing out on that much there. But they did have to qualify for those majors. If you remember, everybody was complaining they didn't get to see their favorite teams because they all got straight invited last season. Well, sorry, the season before that. So now we have to add all the qualifiers. Cool. Now there's our calendar. That's still not so bad, right? They got all these blank months going on in here. Let's not forget the DPC season isn't everything, and there's still a bunch of third-party tournaments. All right, we've added in the third-party tournaments. Just note that as I'm adding these, if you look at the dates, I am adding a day on at the end and then 2 days at the start for travel and media days and everything that are not just the tournament playing days. Next up, a team like Team Secret doesn't top the leaderboard in DPC points last season without a few boot camps. Let's assume they only boot camp before majors, all right? So none of the other, even ESL Birmingham, big tournament, they don't boot camp before anything else. Just the majors. So let's add a week boot camp in for those and 2 weeks for TI because, you know, that one's kind of important. All right, so the schedule is kind of starting to fill up. Do you see that? There's not so much free time anymore. Let's see, April, July, and December are looking like they might get to go home. Pretty much everything else, got like a week in February. But wait, they still have to practice even if they do get to go home, especially after patches come out and the meta changes. So let's add all of the patches from the 2018-2019 DPC season. Every single little red circle, that's a balance patch, where they had to relearn strategies and heroes and change everything around. You know, it's not just the patch day that's important. You at least have to play a few pubs afterwards. Won't take them 6 months, but let's give them at least 2 weeks. We'll try for 2. We'll go for Cran this time, you know, because we're guessing here at how long it takes them to figure out a patch. Okay, so all that yellow, that's playtime, giving them 2 weeks after each patch. Playtime where they need to adjust. Okay, so that like December and July free time? It's looking kind of tight. It's gonna be a lot of practicing in there, but hey, April's not bad, right? April's still doing good. They got some time there, and they still have that 1 week in February, you know, after they play qualifiers before the next patch hits. They have like a whole week. They definitely won't be playing Dota. Nope, Dota players don't play Dota. Not unless they're at a tournament, right? Well, you might have thought that, you know, that was their whole schedule, but then let's keep in mind that Team Secret did not go to every single tournament, but other teams do go to other tournaments where they play games and show strategies and show as the meta develops. And guess what? As a top performing team, you kinda gotta watch those games. Let's add all of the other third-party tournaments and minors to this calendar so you know when these players have to be paying attention, watching games, and keeping an eye on their opponents. Ooh, looking like April's kind of dicey now, huh? Let's see, so they got a week in April, post-qualifiers. That's really only if they take a week to learn the patch, okay? So they got a week in April with no Dota to watch. Kind of a new patch, but hey, they could take a break, right? Looks like they have Christmas and New Year's. There's nothing happening there. And there's still that little bit of time in February. Cool, so we're looking at like 3 to 4 weeks where they get to see their family and aren't traveling and don't have to be watching and playing Dota 14 to 16 hours a day? Cool. That seems fair. Cool, and let's restart that entire season all over again for this DPC. Crazy that they would want to take a break, you know, after such an easy year like this. And let's keep in mind, Team Secret qualified to TI. They didn't have to play those qualifiers. They didn't have to play qualifiers for any of these third-party tournaments that they attended. Think about all of the teams that were at the minors and majors all year, that were qualifying to third-party tournaments and traveling to them, trying to get practice and international experience. Think about all of them. Think about how little time they see their families, their children, their friends. Think about how little time they get for themselves. Think about how even if they're at home, they still have tournaments to watch and pubs to play. Think about how often they're on the road, how often they're traveling, how often they're boot camping. Is it really so crazy that they want a break? Is that so wrong? That they want a little time off to not have to think about any of this? And also, if you think they're just sipping Mai Tais on a beach somewhere and not playing Dota, and not watching games, and not training, and not fiending with other pros and their captain and their coaches, you should probably rethink that. They're the best in the world for a reason, but they deserve a break. The DPC system needs to be adjusted. This schedule is not okay. It's time for everyone to understand that.